Larry had once been the proud owner of a sprawling, untouched forest, a place where towering trees swayed with the wind, rivers sparkled under the sunlight, and wild animals roamed freely without fear. For decades, he nurtured the land like a devoted guardian, planting new trees, restoring the riverbanks, and creating a sanctuary for countless species. It wasn't just property to him. It was his home, his life's work, and a living memory of his family's legacy. But time has a way of changing everything. Cost and labor of maintaining the vast property became too much for Larry, who was now growing older and weaker. Out of necessity, he sold large portions of the forest. The buyer had presented themselves as a conservationist, promising to protect the land. Larry believed them. Yet only months later, his heart shattered when he learned the truth. Land had been resold to aggressive developers who swiftly cut down trees and paved over meadows to build housing complexes. Everything he had worked to protect was destroyed. That moment, Larry made a vow. He would never sell the last remaining piece of land, the part that still held his home, his memories, and his family's stories. As the city grew and new roads crept closer to his property, the once quiet forest around him transformed into noise, dust, and construction. But Larry held on. No matter how many offers came, no matter how much money was promised, he turned them all away. The developers, frustrated by his refusal, decided to change tactics. Instead of more contracts and legal threats, they asked to see the property for themselves. Hesitant but determined to prove his point, Larry allowed them to step inside his home. What they found stopped them in their tracks. On the walls hung faded photographs of his late wife and children playing under the same trees that once covered the area. Tools, carved by his grandfather's hands, rested in the corners. The house itself was built by Larry's father, using timber from the very forest they were standing in. Every inch of the home told a story of generations who had lived and loved on that land. As the developers walked through the rooms, the weight of Larry's history became impossible to ignore. This wasn't just a plot of land. It was a living testament to a family's legacy, a sanctuary that had survived decades of change. Moved by what they saw, the developers quietly withdrew their offers, chose not to build on Larry's last remaining piece of property. Larry's battle had been lonely, but his reasons were clear. Some things are worth far more than money. To discover the full story of Larry and the secret behind his land, follow me to watch Part 2. Like and subscribe for more amazing stories.